Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese has said that the genocidal acts committed in Gaza might happen again in the occupied West Bank, Palestine. Now, the UN's warning and all that has happened hasn't stopped Israel from raiding the Palestinian territory. We'll tell you more in the following report.
He was killed, what can I say? With cold blood, they could have shot him on his leg instead of shooting him in his heart. He was killed, what can I say? With cold blood, they could have shot him on his leg instead of shooting him in his heart.
On Wednesday, the Israeli forces ordered Palestinian residents to evacuate the Nur Shams refugee camp in occupied West Bank.
While we were walking along the street, we could hear explosions and bombings, as well as the bulldozers. It is a tragedy. They are doing here what they did in Gaza. Everything that happened there is happening here.
Palestinian officials say Israeli forces shot dead an 8-month pregnant Palestinian woman in the area. The IDF claims it is eliminating terrorists, conducting raids in the Palestinian territory for the past 4 weeks. IDF operations started as soon as the ceasefire was implemented in Gaza. Hamas does not govern the occupied West Bank, but Israel says it does not want a repeat of Gaza in another Palestinian territory. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says Israel aims to eliminate all Iran-backed elements that pose any threat to Israel. The UNICEF has decried the soaring violence against children in the Palestinian territory. This year alone, the agency says 13 children were killed in the occupied West Bank. And ever since the war began in Gaza, Israeli operations have killed 195 Palestinian children in the occupied West Bank. On Monday, the Palestinian Authority that governs a part of the occupied West Bank responded to a long-standing US demand to end payments to the families of those killed by Israel or held in Israeli prisons. The Palestinian Commission of Detainees says this will affect over 35,000 families of prisoners and those who are wounded.
I appeal to you in their name to rectify this and withdraw this decree. If this issue should be reviewed, then I believe in the role of institutions and partnership in taking responsibility and decision-making.
UN Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese has warned that the occupied West Bank is at risk from genocidal acts that were witnessed in Gaza. Far-right Israeli Finance Minister has warned that the occupied West Bank might share Gaza's fate.
The Arab residents of Judea and Samaria should know that if they carry on with terrorism and its support, their fate will be the same as the fate of the residents of Gaza. Tulkarem and Jenin will look like Jabalia and Shujaya. Nablus and Ramallah will look like Rafah and Khan Yunis. They too will be uninhabitable ruins. Their residents will be forced to migrate and seek a new life in other countries.
As Washington plans on resettling Palestinians in Gaza in nearby Arab nations, Palestinians in the occupied West Bank are being forced to flee from their homes amid widespread Israeli operations.